During run-up, look for a uniform rise of about 50 degrees in single magneto operation. A fouled plug will show up as a sharp reduction in EGT. You should see a uniform rise and fall of EGTs when cycling the mixture control. Be alert for abnormal bus voltage, cold oil temperature, or high CHTs. During takeoff, check that the EGTs and CHT are consistent with past climbs. EGTs will be slightly cooler due to fuel cooling. Be alert for high EGT in one cylinder, 300 degrees higher than others, indicating a plugged injector or leaking manifold gasket. In cruise, be alert for uneven EGTs or CHTs in carbureted engines. Make fine adjustments to throttle, then RPM, to level the display columns as best you can. In descent, manually select the shock cooling display to track it during your letdown. Rates of -40 to -60 are normal. There is an engine diagnosis chart in your EDM 930 Pilot's Guide. This chart will tell you specifically what may be causing an anomalous display. You can customize the display of your EDM 930 from the pilot's seat. Although this can be done in the air, we strongly suggest that you perform these steps only when parked on the ground. To begin, hold both step and lean find buttons for 5 seconds. You will see Program. Tap Exit to skip the fueling questions. The rate is the number of seconds the display will stop at each measurement in the automatic indexing mode. To increase the number, hold the Change button. To decrease the number, repeatedly tap the Change button. Select 0 if you never want the scanner to enter into the automatically indexing mode. You can select the temperatures unit for the outside air temperature display, either Fahrenheit or Celsius. Normally EGT is displayed to 10 degrees resolution. To change this to 1 degree resolution, tap Yes to display EGT in 1's Yes. The least significant digit of EGT is no longer always a 0. You can set the horsepower constant for rich of peak operation. This calibrates the percent horsepower display. This procedure has to be done in the air at cruise. Hold step and lean find until you see the word Program. Then tap Step OK until you see HP constant equals 120. Set the RPM and manifold pressure to 70% by referring to your pilot operating handbook. Let conditions stabilize for a few minutes. Hold both Step OK and Change until you see the word Adjust. Tap or hold Change until the percent horsepower shown on the EDM 930 is 70%. Hold Step OK to exit. Next, you can fine-tune the manifold pressure display. When you advance to HP constant equals, hold both Step OK and Change until you see the word Adjust, followed by HP constant equals. Then hold Step OK and Change again until you see manifold pressure plus 0. Adjust the calibration plus or minus 1/2 inches of mercury from the current setting. Hold Step OK to exit. You must set the nominal horsepower of your engine. This value is used to calculate the percent horsepower display. Hold Step and lean find until you see the word Program. Then tap Step OK until you see HP values equals 180. Hold Step OK and Change until you see the word Adjust. Tap or hold Change until the displayed horsepower value corresponds to nominal horsepower of your engine. Hold Step OK to exit. The K factor is shown on the fuel flow transducer as a 4-digit number, which is the number of pulses generated per gallon of fuel flow. You may have to do one-time fine-tuning of the K factor setting in the EDM 930. Make at least 3 flights and note the amount of fuel used as shown by the EDM 930, and the amount of fuel used when topping the tanks. In the pilot's guide, there is a table for you to enter this information. If the columns are about equal, no adjustment needs to be made. But if the amounts are different, by more than 5%, then some adjustment to the K factor should be made. Using the simple formula shown in the pilot's guide, calculate the new K factor from the current K factor setting, and the sum of the 2 fuel columns. Here you see the new K factor of 2637. To set this new K factor, hold Step and lean Find until you see the word Program. Then tap Step OK until you see K factor equals 2990, or your current K factor. Hold both Step OK and Change until you see the word Adjust, and then the old K factor with the first digit blinking in red. Use Step OK and Change to change the blinking digit. Use Step OK to move to the next digit. Hold both Step OK and Change to exit. You may choose to display either the total fuel used since the last time you refueled, or total accumulated fuel for an extended trip with multiple fuel stops. The default is not accumulate. Select Trip No if you wish to display total fuel used since the last time you informed the EDM 930 that the aircraft was refueled. Select Trip Yes to display total fuel used for an extended trip with multiple fuel stops. During normal operations, to reset the accumulated fuel used display at any time, tap Step until you see Used. Hold both Step and LF until the display shows 0 used. You can see the EDM 930 values for engine Hobbs, EDM 930 Hobbs, and airframe Hobbs. At the completion of the pilot programming procedure, tap Step OK when you see End Yes. If you want to review the procedure again, tap Change to select End No, and Step OK through the program again. EDM 930 primary instruments have preset alarm limits, and you are not allowed to change these alarm limits, and cautionary ranges for the following measurements: oil temperature, oil pressure, fuel quantity, cylinder head temperature, turbine inlet temperature, manifold pressure, and RPM. Your EDM 930 contains a custom key card. The key card activates the primary engine instrument abilities of your engine monitor. This card contains the primary engine instrument data. After installation, do not remove the key card from the instrument. The key card is programmed with the serial number of your EDM 930 and the make, model, and year of your aircraft. You cannot exchange it with any other EDM. Always confirm that your aircraft make and model is initially shown in the RAD on power-up. JPI provides a configuration program that runs on an MS Windows PC called Easy Config. Only non-primary measurements can be changed with Easy Config. Follow the instructions in the Easy Config documentation to change these assignments. JP Instruments is delighted that you selected the EDM 930 for your aircraft. We invite you to call us if you have technical questions.